Activities and special events being held across the county to celebrate America 250. Many local organizations such as the Wood County Historical Society, Daughters of the American Revolution, and WVUP will be holding events to celebrate America's 250th birthday. The city of Parkersburg and downtown PKB are planning a, quote, major July 4th event at Bicentennial Park, and the Actors Guild of Parkersburg will present the play 1776 on July 3rd. Other activities include a Declaration of Independence, which will, quote, move throughout the community during 2026 and allow residents to join with the Founding Fathers by signing it. Senta Gowdy is the director of the Center for Civic Engagement at WVUP.
We have been meeting since last fall to determine all kinds of fun things that we're going to be doing this year to celebrate the 250th. There's going to be a trail, a Patriot Trail. We're going to put it in a brochure, and you can visit spots all over the county where a Revolutionary War soldiers are buried, where our founders visited, because George Washington really did sleep here, and we have several tributes and memorials to George all over this area. So we're putting a brochure together, and you can follow the Patriot Trail.
Gowdy said that if you want to help with Wood County's America 250 celebration, you can contact the Wood County Historical Society or herself at WVUP. A full list of organizations and planned activities can be found on our website at WTAP.com.